All right. So, first of all, Daniela, thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here. I want to start by first introducing yourself. So, tell me who you are and what you do. Let's start there.
Well, my name is Daniela Cura. That's my brand name, but I'm Daniela Kuipers Ramos, which is already, you hear it, it's way too long. So I rebranded my name for Cura with your help as well. And what I do is I am a coach, a trainer, and a speaker.
Hmm. Beautiful, love it. So, who do you serve? So, who is the group of people that you're serving?
The people that I love working with are the people that are done, pardon my French, with their own bullshit.
Mm,
They want something else in life and they don't know how, and they are ready to take action to change them, because you're gonna have to look at some painful things of your life. You're gonna have to put in daily work. That's one of my staples in my work that I do, is that you cannot go to the gym once a week and expect results,
mm,
that you're gonna lose a lot of weight. It goes the same way to change your patterns, the way you've always thought about things, the way you've always felt about things, the way you've always reacted to things. If you want to change those core belief systems, you need to put in the work daily, as if you were going to the gym.
beautiful. I love that. So, okay, tell me how your business, your brand looked like before joining this program, before getting to know what you've got to know now. Tell me about that. How did your life look like before?
Oh my God, I get goosebumps. I think it was serendipity. Why? Because a year ago, I had PTSD. Maybe some of the listeners know this from me. If you follow me, is that I had a really, really rough childhood and youth, and I was always a very positive person. So I never let it impact my life. However, all of these scratches, it's like you going through the bushes. If you
Mm,
keep on bleeding, one day it will pop up, and that happened after I got married. Now I know, after the facts, obviously. Back then I was like, what the hell is happening? I'm
yeah.
supposed to be the happiest I've ever been, but
Mm,
apparently my subconscious finally felt safe. And when it felt safe, it was for my subconscious, okay, now you feel safe, now it's time for let's clean up the yard. And that, in combination with my demanding job, and also with planning my wedding, I also got a burnout. So I was not really taking good care of myself back then.
mm,
With a lot of therapy and coaching and everything, I got out of it, and I studied social work as my bachelor, and NLP, which is a different coaching technique. However, I always knew that I had to solve a lot of my own issues before I could be able to help other people.
yeah.
So I never took the step that I wanted. I mean, as a trainer, I a lot of times gave sessions as groups. I was perfectly comfortable with that, but I didn't feel like I could preach if I also didn't take care of my own skeletons in the closet. So then in January, I was feeling a lot better, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for something new. I want to start a business. And I was putting that idea out that I wanted a business. I looked into maybe products for curly hair, because I also discovered that in the past. That didn't feel right. I was also thinking about opening up a website, but I don't know. I just don't like selling products that are just products. I like to
Mm,
sell something that really add value to people's lives. And it was in Malaga that I got my first breakthrough.
mm,
I posted something very vulnerable about how I look at the Dutch women compared to the Latina women. And it was the first time that I posted content that was valuable. And I got so many reactions. And it's like someone took the a blind from a thing that I had in front of my mouth and
like a
just took
mask.
it
Yeah.
off
Oh,
like
like
a
a tape.
mask, like
Yeah.
like a tape. And
Yeah.
the moment I did it, I'm like, oh my God, this feels so exhilarating. And I just continued sharing stories. And then I was like, now I feel, and then people started asking me like, hey Danny, how are you doing this whole healing thing? Because I mix a lot of techniques from psychology, but also from spirituality, but also just very practical techniques, also NLP, just the way you talk to yourself. So I mix a lot of these things and I start sharing how I do it. And people would start asking me, how are you doing this? And around that time, when I decided, okay, I want to help people, I want to become a coach. It was one of those nights that I got your ad. I remember my mind, obviously, because I was putting something out there, my mind was 100 miles an hour, so I couldn't sleep. And I think I bought your course, I think at 1 o'clock at night. And I was
Wow.
like, oh my God, this is it. This is what I want to do. I know Steven, I mean, every time I see your stories, I'm like, oh, you really know what you're doing. And obviously I know you personally. So I'm like, I would love to also contribute to your dreams. I mean, I
Yeah.
support you. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. It's something different. And then the next day I also bought another course about storytelling. So I did those two courses, and it was like it all clicked. I had,
Mm,
within a week, I had 10 people that I was helping for free, because I initially I didn't see it as something profitable, or something that I wanted to do profitable.
yeah.
But obviously I have a 9 to 5 job, and within the week I was like, okay, I have 5 people. And then I told the universe, is this is what you want me to be doing? After the 10th person, I'm gonna start asking for money. And I also have my limiting beliefs about money that I had to work with to be able to do that. But within 2 weeks I had the 10th. So I think we will get to
Wow.
that story in a bit.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So
Wow. That's
it all just clicked together, serendipity.
yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. I really, really love that. Okay, so you were it was 1 a.m. and then there's when you bought the course. So tell me, what were you feeling then before taking the jump and finding the course? So what were things that what were some let me, I don't want to say negative thoughts, but what were the thoughts that were happening in your head at that time that were eh, that they stop you from taking it, or that you were like, should I do it, should I not, what was happening
And
there? No.
the thing is that I'm not really a person that doubts.
Okay.
When I take action, I'm just like, okay, let's go, let's do it. And that's also as because I'm also a trainer. I know
Yeah.
that if you get one thing out of every lesson, it's
Mm,
already valuable.
yeah.
So I'm like, that for me there was nothing limiting me. Obviously, I'm lucky to be able to also afford it. So for me, there was no question about that. But I do remember of another feeling that came before I bought it. It was like me searching. I wasn't lost because I was just trying a lot of different things. I bought
Mm,
a sewing machine. I was really tapping into my creative brain in order for me to really crystallize what is my next step. And when your course came by, it was like your personal brand. I'm like, amazing. Obviously, I'm going to use a lot of my own personal stories
mm.
in order for me to help and inspire other people. So it was perfect.
Ah, beautiful. Love it. So, if I understand correctly, before joining the program, you didn't even had a business, or you didn't even had 5 or 10 clients that you were doing. If you said for free, you didn't have any of that. And so, how did you get there? Like, what was the? How did you come to get to the point of like, yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm tell me about that. Tell me the experience after you joined the program. What were the things that you were doing? What were the things that you said, oh, this is a really, really great, valuable lesson that I can take and run with? Can we talk a little bit about the biggest game-changing takeaways that you got from the
Yeah.
course?
I think it's what I said earlier as well. It was serendipity because before I joined the course, I already had a couple of people I was helping, and I
Mm,
was like, if I really want to take this serious, I want to be able to know how to do it. And when I joined the course, it became very clear to me that it was the perfect fit because it was about building a business, building a personal brand, how
mm,
to do it on Instagram, which was it's also one of my main channels. One of my biggest takeaways, and I was already working with it before I came into the course, but coming into the course, so there are many things, obviously, but I'm
okay.
gonna keep it, I think, in 3 lessons. because I know other people also have some other lessons they want to share. But for me, it were three lessons. First, it was that money, your opinions, does not pay your bills. I
Mm.
remember you saying that in one of your courses, and I was also working with that because when I was in Malaga and I wrote my first microblog on my Instagram, it was like a Pandora box got opened, and I couldn't stop it, and I was just flowing. And I'm like, okay, I need to do it strategically. So obviously,
Yeah.
coming to the course, that's the first lesson that it
Mm.
really helped me, and also with the lesson of the storytelling with the other course that I was following back then of storytelling, it really helped me find my voice. And
Mm.
if people unfollow me, it's up to them. They don't fit whoever I am trying to be at that moment, or showing up in the world as. So I thank them for leaving and for not following me, and I am happier that way. So that was the first one. The second one is, I think that's why I didn't tell the story earlier, is when I got my first paying client. I remember that I had this limiting belief that if you're helping other people, you cannot ask for money because it's not altruistic, and then the value decreases. So I was really struggling internally because obviously I made a deal with the universe. Okay, the 10th, but I really thought, I mean, I still have it written down in my goals list. I wanted 10 clients before December, and after 2 weeks I had all 10. So there I was like pushed by the universe.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna have to do it now. And I'm like, oh my
Uh,
god, I have to keep my promise to myself and also to the
mm.
universe. And I had this really cool connection with another entrepreneur, and she was like, Dani, you need to become my coach. But she was my 11th, and she already asked me, oh my god, I get goosebumps. She asked me, what's your price? And I was like, I'll tell you tomorrow, okay? I'll send you a proposal. And I remember calling you. You remember, Stephen? I'm
Yes,
like,
I remember.
Stephen, how what am I going to do? And I, oh no, it was a group call. I remember we had a group call with everyone.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, how do I go about my own limiting beliefs, obviously, about money, and still help this person? I remember one of your lessons were that, and I still use it as well, daily, actually. So your voice is in my head whenever I feel this limiting belief, that you say, once someone pays you for your service, you can help other people because you're going
Mm.
to buy equipment, you're going to keep on taking courses, you're going to have licenses that I have to pay for some of the tests that I give my coaches.
Mm.
um, all of these things, I cannot pay them from my own pocket,
Mm.
because if I want to eventually maybe do a hybrid mode where I work some days at my job and then work some days for my own company, then I need to be able to provide for myself and to also
Mhm.
have my own, yeah, life goals.
Yeah.
So that for me was very, very good. And that day, I remember waking up at 6 in the morning because it wasn't a Friday, so I still had to work. Six
Uh-huh.
in the morning to put the proposal. So I didn't have a product. I didn't know back then what I needed to do. I remember thinking of all my packages with what I knew back then. Okay, what value can I add right now?
Mm.
And I did, like, I think 5 packages, using NLP and using live design and other techniques that I already possess, and different pricing. And I remember my first client saying on Friday night, so the same day, yeah, give me the fourth one, which is the one for almost 500 euros. I'm like, what? No. What? I remember getting the email right before I went to bed. So this was one day after we had the talk. And I'm jumping up and down in my bed. And my husband is looking at me. He's like, what's happening? I'm like, babe, I just sold my first coaching trajectory. And he's like, what? So, but the story doesn't end there. The next morning, I call a potential client that came through the 10 launching, like I call them, my 10 launching people. She recommended someone. And that someone, I just called her, no expectations. I was like, I really just want to help people. And she said, okay, what's your price? I'm like, I'll send you the price list. I sent her the price list on the same day, and she was asking questions, like, you know what, let's go through the price list together. So I called her again on the Saturday, so one day after, and she says, Dani, she was like almost getting some of her symptoms from burnout, and she was not in a happy place. She was like, Dani, I want the best of the best. So she was the one that bought my last package, which is 6 months, and then for the price, the launching price of 1,000 euros. So in 2 days, I sold 1,500, and I was like, what? I mean, I really
Yes.
couldn't comprehend what was happening, and
Mm,
yeah, I think I'm blocking it a little bit because I really do want some strategies, and I'm taking some
mm,
time to. So I'm not really in selling mode yet. So all of
mm,
these people that come to me now are
mm,
are not because I approach them and everything, but obviously the time will come that I will also go into selling mode. But right now I'm focusing on building the business and
mhm.
perfecting my products. So the prices also reflect that, because
Yeah.
I lowered them, and I have 10 launching clients. So right now I think I'm at the fourth. So I still have like 6 spots for those prices, and then it will go up. So I'm learning from you on that part as well.
Nice.
And the third lesson that I got from you was on Instagram as well,
Mhm.
about the bio, and I had already almost perfected it. And then when I saw your Instagram academy, I was like, and suddenly it just clicked. This is the words that I need to use, and now it's like in my eyes it's perfect. Like I don't have to change anything. It says what I do. I think you remember you saying you create light or something. You play with light, but people are gonna be like, huh? Just say you're a photographer. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh right. So
Yeah.
be as clear as you can. So that's another lesson that I got from you. So those are my 3 lessons that I wanted to share on on this podcast.
Oh my God. This is amazing. This is just amazing. I am every time I have to say that you are one of the members that has been really really active, and I have to say that also you were the one that, hey, you put a little bit fire under my bum when we just started, because you were hungry for it. And it's like, Steven, let's do it. I'm like, yes, let's do it. And we went, and you gave me, I have to say that you gave me that little push, like, okay, let me serve them as best as possible, let me give them more experience, and the best experience that they could ever have. And I love that you shared this, because I remember indeed it was on the Thursday we did the group coaching call, and you were telling that, you were saying that, yes, I want to help people, I want to them to experience the healing that you experience yourself with your life. You want to help other people to get there, but you had the limiting belief about, but if I want to help, that doesn't mean I want to charge. And now that you see this, and then now you, after 48 hours, you made 1,500 euros, you're helping people, you have proof that your things work, and you can say, hey friends, I this is, and you're saying that you're not even marketing it yet online, you're not even selling yourself online, you're just, no, I'm just building my brand, and you already made 1,500 euros. So,
Yeah.
and at the same time, I want to say that it's not about only about the money. Of course, the money is amazing, and as you highlighted as well, that money gives you the opportunity to help more people, because it's same as with my business. More money I get, more people I can reach. I can invest in ads. I can hire virtual assistant to help me help more people. I can, you can do different things with the
Mm,
money. So that is a beautiful thing about that too. I really really love it. And the thing that you said, that people's opinion about you won't make you won't paying your bills, and that's just the truth, because especially as entrepreneurs and as personal brand, we are really connected with our business, and people's opinion about us might affect us more, especially when we are just starting out. So this is a beautiful thing that you also share, and I believe that a lot of people that are listening to this podcast or watching this video could get a lot of help or a lot of encouragement from there too.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about how do you feel right now? How do you feel having all of this, experiencing all of this, what you have accomplished? How do you feel?
To be very, very honest, it's like I was in shackles and I had like a thing, a face mask, not preventing me from speaking, shackles preventing me from being who I am and showing up in the world as who I truly, truly am. And free, I feel like
Mm,
it even goes into my day job. I work at the government, which is a serious place, and I show up there. Also, it is this new Daniela. I
mm,
recently got a promotion, you can say, and I'm a project manager, so I can show up as however I want. And I see that even showing up as this Daniela Cura at that job gives so much. So I get so much more influence. I mean, I was
mm.
this morning I was with a lot of municipalities, like 6 or 7, and I make jokes and I'm like try to make feel everybody comfortable, because obviously I'm the project manager at that moment.
Yeah.
And instead of me being all serious, people
Mm,
connect to me on a deeper level.
yeah.
And I think I feel so much happier, and I feel like I right now I'm even trying to give myself more rest, because I was so in I felt like I was magic, like I wanted something, like also with the motivational speaker part. I
Mm,
said motivational speaker, like okay, coaching I've done, trainer I've been, but motivational speaker, like becoming Tony Robbins, and I'm like, no, I cannot do that. And I'm like,
yeah.
that part of my French, why not?
Yeah.
I gave myself permission to
Yeah.
want those things.
Mm,
And also with the support. I mean, I remember I could app you and call you, also because we know each other a little bit more personal, but those conversations really helped me give myself the permission I needed at that moment, and that little push. Oh, I remember this one thing, the video. Do you
oh
remember?
yeah, your IGTV, yes.
Forget the video. I
Yeah.
remember we had this conversation where I was like, I want to wait for my logo and I want to maybe do an intro and a bumper. And you were like, but Dani, if that is stopping you from taking action right now, then don't.
Yeah.
Make mistakes, make it now a little bit messy, and then you fix it up. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And I remember hanging up, going into my closet. My husband asked me, Dani, why did you do that in the closet? I have no clue. At that moment, it was like, for me, it was, I was in action mode. I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I think my closet was the first place I got into where I had like a good lighting.
uh,
And I just sat down, and I remember having a conversation about toxic positivity with someone, explaining to that person what it is. And I'm like, you
mm,
know what? I'm just going to do it about that. And I boop, 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 talk, 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 posted it and done. And I was, oh, that was like the second
yeah.
shackle coming off.
Yeah.
So you really helped me. You really gave me like that little push, that we
Yeah.
all need that sometimes. I
Yeah.
know that you also have coaches. I'm also going to have coaches. Well, you're my business coach, but I have other coaches for other things, and we all
Yeah.
need that extra help. And
Yeah.
the fact that you need help doesn't make you a failure, and that's also a limiting belief that a lot of people have, and that's
Mm,
so sad, because you can achieve way more. I mean, I'm reading the book from Tony Robbins, and he said, I'm trying to condense decades of learning
mm,
into years. So I'm going to model, I'm going to read as much as I can, I'm going to YouTube, I'm going to pay people for their knowledge. And that's basically what we're also doing. You're doing it in your business and also in your mindset, and I'm doing it in healing.
mm.
And asking for help just makes the universe kind of accept, okay, is this really what you want? Yes, I'm even investing in myself.
Yeah.
So this is how bad I want it.
Yeah. Ah, I love it. I feel as I hear you talk, I feel like you are empowered, that you are
Yes.
excited, that you are happy, that you are helping people, but you're also taking care of yourself. I love this. I really, really love this. And this makes me happy. This makes me happy because I as you said, I have a vision and I want to help people, and see this, just the proof that this is actually working. It's just fills my heart with so gratitude. So really, really thank you for this. I really don't even know how what to say, honestly, because it really, really, really means a lot to me. So so let's start trying to tie everything with a
Wrap the
bow.
thoughts. Yeah,
So
wrap the
yeah,
thoughts.
yeah. Yeah. So you talked about in the beginning, before joining the program, you didn't have a business, you didn't even know what you were gonna do, but then everything started to click. Suddenly, everything, like the universe just blessed you with everything. And one of the things that blessed you with was the program. You joined, we connected, we did group session, you started your business, you had a limiting of money mindset, a little bit limiting belief there. We work on that. You get out there, you get 10 clients, and then you get two more that wants to pay you 1,500 euros in 48 hours. You're doing the things that you love. You are working on your website, you're working on your brand, you're posting. Wow, it's like, how can we? And the thing that I love about you is that, okay, we just have this conversation right now, and then in 24 hours, Stephen, I made this. Like, what? How did you get time to
It's
do
so
all of
funny. It's so funny. My neighbors, we're very close to our neighbors, and we see them almost every week. But every week, they're like, "Oh my God, what are you gonna tell us next week? You're gonna become president or something?" Because every time, like also with the Viva thing, that was also a really nice coincidence. I'm in a Dutch magazine,
Mm,
just from one day to the next, and they asked
mm,
me, and I went to do the photo shoot, and now I'm on the Viva, and people are like, "Huh?" And but
yeah.
I'm also like,
Like,
"Huh?"
huh? Yeah. Amazing, amazing. I love this. Okay, so I wanna ask you this. I think we're gonna start wrapping up with this question, because when you first jump into the program, you didn't have a business. You didn't know what you wanna do. Like, you had an idea of what you wanted to do, but it wasn't really. You didn't have a strategy. You didn't have everything set in place. Now, I know that a lot of people that maybe want to join, but they still have the same questions. Like, okay, Stephen, but I don't have a business. I don't have something that I sell right now, but I do know that I want it to do in the future. I do know that there's some ideas that I have in my head, but I don't know where to start, how to put it in paper. What would you say to those people that are on the fence of joining?
To be honest, take action. It's like I said in the beginning of our conversation. When you are not sure what you want to do, you need to try different things. And
Mm,
the fact that they might be listening to this podcast, or the fact that they've seen the ad, or the fact that they've read about it and clicked on it and gone there, those are small little hints that the universe gives that person. Hey, maybe you should look at this because this might help you. And like I
mm,
said as well, as a trainer, if you get one lesson out of every module, or if you get one lesson out of the whole course, trust me, it's more valuable than not doing it.
mm.
So
Yeah,
that's what I would say. Like, do it, because
beautiful.
I mean, I had a business. I was lucky enough that I didn't have to like go to the Chamber of Commerce, because before I was already a entrepreneur, but in the trainings and education part. And I gave some Zumba classes that I also did my facturation on it, but not like this, not like
Mm,
this. And your course also really helps, like, focus on yourself, like what is your value to add to the world, instead of being very guided about what's needed. It's really about what comes from inside of you, that you want
mm.
to show up as, and
Yeah.
turn it into a profitable business.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Daniela, for this. Thank you for doing this. I know for sure that if there's one person that needed to hear this today, that person is going to watch this video, is going to listen to this episode. So thank you so much for this. Is there anything last thing that you wanted to add before we wrap everything up?
I just wanted to thank you for your support, and for pushing me, and for helping me with my limiting beliefs, and for all, because I think it's also very important for the people to know your part, that when COVID hit, you needed to
Mm,
change. And that on itself is so inspiring. And so seeing you grow and seeing myself grow, you just want everybody to join in. It's like, come to the light, we have cookies.
There's
I always say,
cookies at the end of it. I don't know.
come here, join us. We have cookies. Life can be way more beautiful. Social media can be a beautiful place, and a lot of
Mhm.
people have so many like yeah, allergies towards being a lot on social media, and
Yeah,
that's fine if that's their case, but
yeah,
it depends on what you create, because you're the one pushing following, you're the one
yeah.
pushing unfollowing.
Eh,
So you actually create your own space.
yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. I love that. I don't think there's any more way, more better way to end this podcast. This is amazing, Daniela. One last thing. Let us know where we can connect with you. So let us know your Instagram handle and where we can connect with you, so that people that want to connect with you, they know where to go.
Yes, well, I recently opened a Facebook page as well, Daniela Cura, which is like my brand name, Daniela Cura, coach, trainer, speaker on Facebook. And on Instagram is Daniela Cura, coach and trainer.
Beautiful, awesome. I'm gonna make sure to have your link, so people that can just click and go to that to your page more easily, more effective. Again, thank you so much. You are the best. I will see you. I will see you soon.
Yes.